kind of got it down.
It's like my thing.
Sometimes. Okay, guys. Welcome to another episode of Horror at the Store. I'm your host, Katie Hettenbach. And today we have a hilarious, gorgeous, wonderful human here today. She's a comedian. Give it up for Amanda Fritz.
Woo! Thank you for having me.
Woo, woo, woo.
I bring like an actual air horn.
And just right
and
into
just
the mic.
like, good
Just
luck,
right-
everybody else.
You're like, John, screw your ears.
I'm so sorry. And I just do it anyway.
And I just stare at you the whole time.
Eye
He's shaking his
contact.
head. He's like, please find the nearest cliff. Don't, but maybe.
But do it.
But yeah,
They took it at the door. I had a second one.
in my bra. That's why you have the bras. My mom would always call them a brasket.
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, "Where are my keys?" I'm like, "Did you check your?" She goes, "Oh, they're right there."
Oh, yeah. You don't even need a purse half the time.
Yeah.
You do bra, you do like your keys, your ID, and then little damp cash right in the middle.
That's what you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Damn cat.
Yeah. No, fanny packs are for losers.
I only use fanny packs, but that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. I have several.
They're so fun.
I know.
Do you wear them the normal way, or do you wear them like the Gen Z way that's over the shoulder like that?
That's way too cool for me. I wear it classic.
Okay.
And sometimes I wear it really low over my fupa if I'm being really cool. Or if I'm like being like the designated mom of the group, I'll hike it up real high.
Hot.
Like right to where like the high-waisted jeans go.
Yeah.
Just to show that I'm in charge.
I love that. You're like, hey everyone.
Hey.
Watch out.
And I'm always pointing to it.
You're like,
I'm like, what do you need?
what
Snacks?
do you need? Snacks?
Water?
I got it.
Keys? They're like, those are mine. I'm like, I know. I'm prepared.
I was saving them for you because you put them down, so I put them in my fanny pack for safekeeping.
It's like a 10-pound fanny pack.
Jesus. You're like, it's also doubles as a slingshot and a whip. Just what is that? What is that? No, it's a medieval.
Slingshot?
No, it's a medieval.
mace. The ball with the spike.
Yeah. Is that what it's called?
I think it's a mace,
Is that okay?
or it's this.
That sounds wrong. It sounds wrong, but it's probably right. It's called something.
It's the spiky ball.
Spiky ball.
Yeah.
Spiky ball on the chain.
It's the old ball and chain.
The old ball and chain.
This guy.
Oh my goodness. Well, we watched Silent Night from 2012, not to be confused with the other remakes.
Yes, the other 400 Silent Nights that exist. Thank God you messaged me.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. Did she watch the correct one?
I was so convinced it was going to be the original. So I'm so glad you said something.
Yeah, because I was like, originally I looked up Silent Night.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's a drama called Silent Night from like 2018 or something like that. I'm like, that's it. That's when we're watching. I'm like, that doesn't say horror anywhere. And I'm like, it's not that one. I'm like, you know what? There's a bunch of Silent Nights. We can just pick one and it'll be just fine.
I had already rented like the original, like what is it, like 76, 78, like Silent Night, Deadly Night. And I was like, this is the one. No follow-up questions needed. Then you were like, by the way, it's the 2012 remake. And I was like, I knew that.
Which was for free on YouTube.
Yeah, which we streamed.
Oh,
we casted
amazing.
It. Yeah.
I was like, this is going to be good. You know it's going to be a good movie when it's free.
Free on YouTube.
Yes. But honestly, they do have some good stuff. Since I've been, like the past couple movies I've watched have been free.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, but besides these,
yeah,
there's been some good stuff.
Now I refuse to pay for movies ever
I know.
again.
I'm like, maybe I should get rid of all of my services and just use YouTube for free movies.
Sure, it's on Amazon Prime, but is it free on YouTube?
I feel like that's something like our parents would say.
Yeah.
Like, no, we don't need Netflix.
Yeah.
It's we have Netflix at home. It's called YouTube and it's free.
Cable? Who's paying for cable? I download Shudder and then I put the ad blockers without commercials. You're
Exactly.
like, all right, Susan. Jesus.
Also, Shudder is amazing.
It is so good.
I recently had to cancel my subscription.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. I'm not doing well.
I wish you would have told me.
It's a very sad time. It's a very sad time.
Can we pause? I'm sorry.
we need a minute. We need a minute.
We cut back. My mascara is like
It's just-
down
yeah.
in here.
I'm like, again, shoveling a thing of pizza in my mouth.
Yeah.
But like crying.
Emotional support pizza.
It's just so good. So you gave a great log line because I was trying to download the log line, but of course, just wasn't working today. What did you say the log line was?
I just said the horror remake that nobody asked for, including the actors that were in it.
First of all, overall, it's giving like we could just talk about coloring. It's giving Twilight. It's giving overexposed first Twilight indie movie where we're gonna make it look different and just hit up that blue just make it cold.
It's the most well shot cringe I've ever seen. Like, from a technical film standpoint, I was like, okay, it's cold. It's high contrast. We've got angles that nobody asked for.
We have a lot of boobs.
Of course. I was honestly disappointed that I had to wait 20 minutes for boobs or however long it was.
Yeah, it was, I mean, because there was a scene where they...
In the hotel room?
In the hotel room.
Yes. And it was like...
Was that...
The homemade porn?
Yeah, okay. I was wanting to make sure. I was like, are they shooting like a photo shoot or is it like porn? It's like going on?
I like that. Okay, so that scene with the hotel was super interesting because it was like she's topless on the bed, which I was like, oh my God, I wonder if she lives. And then
obviously not.
He's taking pictures of her, and then there's like a behind the scenes camera woman, so it's like Inception porn.
You're like, oh, they're doing like a behind the scenes documentary about the porn industry.
Yeah.
You're like, wow.
And I was like, wow, I kind of wish that they would have lived so I could have seen that movie.
Yeah, that's the movie we want to see.
That's what I wanted to
Release
see.
that footage.
Yeah, that's God damn you, Santa.
Literally.
It was the behind the scenes making of the motel porn that I wanted. Also, it takes place in Wisconsin. Did you catch that?
Yes.
When they check her IDs or whatever?
Yeah. It's a made up place in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because Wisconsin is known for their serial killers.
Because Wisconsin is a made up place.
It is. It's not real. I'm not from anywhere, actually.
Yeah.
I don't exist.
People just spawn exactly where that state should be.
And then we just go Wisconsin. And like, oh, okay.
They're like, sure, whatever.
Sure.
There's the dairy state.
There's nothing there.
Yeah,
okay. Then they just, it's kind of like, it's like Area 51, but it's just an entire area of the country.
That's 51, but Wisconsin is the areas 1 through 50. And it's just, because they were like, oh, they ran away to Milwaukee. And I was like, oh, it's in Wisconsin. And then my boyfriend who I was watching it with was like, no, it's not. And I was like, okay, because someone just went from like a warm climate and was like, hey, you know what? We're going to run away to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I was like, it has to be Wisconsin.
I mean, that's, again.
Cold. Serial killers.
What else? Boobs. That's literally all Wisconsin is.
I know.
It's
amazing.
It is. It's great. That's
yeah.
I think that's actually the state slogan.
Boobs.
Boobs. No, it's boobs. Serial killers.
Beer.
Beer.
Oh, that should be the slogan.
Good old spotted cow. It's just we are drunk as shit all the time. We have the top. I believe in the top, I think the top
5 for DUIs.
Top 5 cities for DUIs. Top 5 for drunkest cities, and then party schools. I think we have 7 out of the top 10.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That makes sense.
It's great. So when I go home for the holidays, oh man, being in LA to going there.
Oh yeah. Because you go to Madison, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I did a show in Madison.
And
it was lit.
Oh, yeah.
It was lit.
Yeah.
All the way up into where they're kicking people out of the bars. And then there's people being like, you guys want to come back to my basement? Which in California is a red flag.
Yeah. But you're like, you have one?
You have a basement and people are going into it willingly?
You can go down there without falling down a ladder?
Yeah. That's doing it of your own volition?
Wow.
They're just like, yeah, we finished the floor. I'm like, what?
You have floors?
You have floors and plumbing? Dude, my boyfriend's parents' basement is like nicer than my apartment.
Yeah.
It's like upsetting.
Yeah. Mine it's been half done my whole life.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of how it is. It always feels like it's haunted.
Yeah.
I always feel like there's something down there with me, and my
Yeah.
parents always make fun of me for it. And I'm like, nope, I still believe, because whenever those lights turn off, even at age 24, I will sprint up those stairs.
Is it faulty electrical? No, it's the spirit world.
It also could be.
And I believe you either way.
Yeah, it could be both.
Yeah.
I've cried down there a handful of times because of it.
Even if it was a nice basement, you're like, tears.
Absolute tears. But also tears with this movie and for the characters that died.
Oh, yeah. That was a big kill count.
It was. They really killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
And like in a lot of the wood chipper.
Oh.
Let's talk about this, because she, of course, the boobed girl. The boobed girl.
Boob girl.
Boob girl.
Does she need a name? No.
No.
Does she deserve one?
She does, but we don't know it.
But we don't know it.
No, because we can't access IMDb right now, so that's not our fault.
The wood chipper.
She tries to escape.
Yeah.
And she's like fighting off the Santa.
Yeah.
Because the killer is Santa wearing a weird mask.
Yeah, it's like a half plastic mask, and then he puts the Santa beard on it, which I think is very creative.
I'm like, that's
Kind of
special.
hot.
That's different of you.
Yeah. Oh my God. So quirky.
Come into it.
What are you doing later?
Hey, you single? I know Mrs. Claus, but like,
But like, what are you doing another 365 days out of the year?
I know he needs something to do. You know, besides murdering people, but he didn't murder like the children.
Yeah, he did that one girl. The girl that slapped her mom's heart pills out of her hand.
Yeah, no, because she deserved to die because she was a bitch. But they didn't kill the mom.
Yeah.
So it was like the innocent he didn't kill. Yeah. But so what did the porn people do? Just do porn, and that was a sin?
That was a moral sin.
Okay, that was a moral sin. So he's like, honestly, he's doing the Lord's work.
Yeah.
But just in a more violent way.
Yeah. The Bible is a violent book.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh. That's another podcast.
It's like transition into that.
This is all about Jesus now.
But it's his birthday.
Happy birthday.
The wood chipper. I've never seen. I was just like, I feel like anytime I see someone go on a wood chipper, they're always head first.
Yeah.
It's always head first.
It's like if you've seen Fargo.
Yes.
That's my favorite scene.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other movies that.
But they always like put the head in first.
Yeah, because they want them to die quickly.
Yeah.
But this Santa was like, let me put her in feet first. And then we're just going to hold on her going into the wood chipper and watch her face be terrified. I just remember being like, oh, fuck, no, shit, okay, damn, okay,
yeah.
And there she goes. Oh my God.
I don't think I've like physically like yelled from a movie in years. Like I literally had like the cat over my head. Like that was so insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would just like her like pushing her down and everything.
And she's like trying to climb up.
Yes.
Still, and she's still alive when she's just like half a person. And you're like, there's no life in you.
No.
And he's just like, I'm gonna make sure that you get fully down there.
Like,
I'm just gonna shh, don't fight it.
Oh, and like when they like show like the angle looking out from the wood chipper and you just see all the chunks. Mm-hmm. It's the chunks for me. I was like, that's the attention to detail.
There's just so.
Yeah, that's going to stick with me. And then in the guest house, like the mayor's guest house, when he just like cuts that dude right in half.
I mean.
Right down the middle.
I love when they just.
Parent Trap style. Right down the middle.
That's a great call right there. That's a great call. I was like,
thank you.
I was like, was someone brutally murdered in the Parent Trap just for a split second?
Just her career.
I mean, have you seen Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen?
I live.
So
I die.
You know.
I live again.
Yeah. Another day.
Yeah.
What? That's from
Mad Max.
Waterboy.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Another day. Another. Anyways. Yeah. again, I'm like just surprised he didn't kill like the old woman.
Yeah.
And like, because he was like, oh, I'm going to kill these people. But like, the old woman, she definitely did something.
She did something.
Everybody did something. Everybody did something.
Her mom, the cop's mom, that old woman?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, well, I don't know. She's annoying. She was kind of annoying in the beginning. Yeah. He left the moms alone, if you notice.
Yeah.
He killed like the dad, and then he killed like the little girl. She deserved it. Can we just talk about the sheriff for a second?
Yes.
And how that man had no actual line of dialogue, and he just only spoke in catchphrases?
Yes, that's an icon, if you will.
Oh my God. Delusional, and I love it. I aspire to be that type of main character syndrome.
I just want my whole life. I think honestly I'm going to start doing that. And then no one knows what I'm saying.
No.
But I'm like, it just be like that. You know what I'm saying? Home skillet. And they're like, wait, what?
So are you doing okay? It'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that sometimes. And you're like, okay. How's your mom? You're like, it's no big whoop, dog.
Don't be a hero. That's my job. I was like, what? Just answer her goddamn question.
Like you're doing everything but doing that.
God.
You're making it harder on everyone, including yourself, because then you have to think of something clever.
Every single time.
And I'm like, how many of those inspirational posters do you have around your office?
He's got to just have like a notebook somewhere.
And he's like reading it.
Cool shit.
He's like, wait, hold on. He himself has a fanny pack.
Yes.
That he pulls out and is like,
he's like,
no, don't be a hero. Don't do it.
And then he's like, I can't wait for someone to call me so I can whip this out later.
This is so good. He's like, I'm gonna write this down for later. Oh shit, that's a good one.
Someone's been naughty this year. Nice, good one.
But okay, saving that for later.
Yeah.
And that'll be his tight 5. Is he a comedian?
He's gotta be, because that was the funniest shit ever. I was like, could you just complete a sentence while looking at the person? Every single sentence was like, yeah, and then over here. I'm like, what are you doing?
Where you're throwing your lines away. Please stop.
God.
Speaking of throwing up in general, the Achilles shot.
That get you?
It got me. It's good old Pet Cemetery.
Ooh,
it gave under the bed. Yeah. I want to play with you. It gave because she got her Achilles shot and she went down, and I was like, ooh.
Or like Hostel. Remember the OG Hostel when they were trying to get away out of the chair? Dude, the Achilles.
I was like, don't go there. But it's always a good one for the killer. So like, I get it.
It's a good one.
Good for them. Good for the killers.
Good for them.
Bad for me personally.
Bad for literally everybody else involved.
Correct.
And then I guess when he put her up on the antlers, I guess that's like a callback to the original or something. That was like a crowd kill or something. But it was brutal. I did like the little like antler kill.
I was like, oh no. Like that. And then the guys in the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Just,
those were good. Those were some good kills.
His head split. No, yeah, that was his head that was his head that split.
Yes.
Okay.
The head split
I was like,
so good. Yeah. The head split was good. The motels were all right, I guess. I did like
Santa with a flamethrower?
Yes. With the flamethrower, I mean, it was a little Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but I love it.
I was like, where did you get that?
Yeah.
Again, there's no logic in the movie, but like everything else was kind of there for him.
It was just happening.
I'm like, what small town sheriff station has a flamethrower?
They only have 4 police officers because they've spent their entire budget on the flamethrower.
That makes sense.
They were like, Derek, Jeremy, we're going to have to let you go.
Because we need the budget for the flamethrower.
Yeah.
So
we only have 4 cops, but they have flamethrowers.
So, no, only one. Just one.
Just the one.
Just the one. Just in case.
The kill at the beginning when he's like wrapped up in the Christmas lights.
Yes.
I was like, oh, you mean Christmas lights that are like notoriously super safe because they're on for hours and hours?
Yeah, they're like, I'm going to electrocute you. And I'm like, oh, okay. I don't... there are some times where I'm like, okay, I can suspend disbelief.
Okay.
Other times, I'm here. I'm with it.
I'm here.
But
what?
When it comes to the lights, I'm like, That didn't make sense
at all.
There's a lot of those with these holiday movies where they like will do something like with
like the electrocuting
Jack Frost. They have something with the extension cords.
Yes.
And I'm like, there's no way that didn't cause a fire.
There's no way.
There's no way. So it's like there's they're thinking everything else through, but the electricity part is where they're like not, They're I'm like someone needed one more day for reading the script and someone should have hired that electrician.
Yeah.
Someone pitched it in the room and was like, "Hey guys, what if we did this?"
And
they're like,
need it.
"Get out of here,
we don't
James.
Need it.
We don't need it. They'll get it. No one will question it."
Quit putting your logic into my mid-2000s remake, okay? We're here for tits and boobs, not your science, James.
It's 2012. The world is gonna end.
Listen.
They need this movie.
But it is enough electricity to kill him, but not to explode the light bulbs. You get out of here,
Get out of here. We don't need your logic in here.
Son of a bitch.
Exactly.
It's fine.
Oh my God.
I'm not livid right now.
You're not. I'm gonna. Also, I need to say this though because I always like the main actress. I'm like, what has she been in? She's in White Chicks.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, it's you.
It's her.
And I'm like,
yeah.
So you okay?
She became a cop. She wanted to give back to the community.
To kill Santas.
Yeah.
And have her whole family die.
Literally. They never explained the husband dying at the beginning. I didn't even know her dad was a cop until like the second or third act.
Yeah.
Her mom lives.
Barely. She's traumatized.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be
in therapy for a while.
If she doesn't take her own life.
Yeah.
That's in the sequel of the remake that we don't see until later.
Got it. It's only on Tubi.
Yeah, that's the post credits. Oh yeah, no. She just had this like little face of like, and I just kept thinking to myself, why are you here?
Yeah.
Why are you in these little situations?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
What's up?
Why? What made you want to be a cop? Why are you here?
She's like, I'm doing it for my. You look a little chilly.
You look so cold.
You need some gloves.
Oh God, the entire movie, I was like, you're making me cold, and I'm in LA.
Yeah. I mean, I can relate because I'm from the fake town that she's actually from.
You're from the fake
I'm from
town.
What is it? It was Cryer.
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Cryer,
That's where I'm from. But yeah, I remember freezing my hands.
Oh yeah.
A lot, and then my mom would be like, she went to school with gloves. I don't know where they went. And now I have Reynolds.
Now I have frostbite.
And my nerve damage in my hands.
Yeah.
But at least I looked cool without wearing gloves, and that's how this cop feels.
And that she's like, you know what? My nose is rosy pink, and I don't even use blush. That's just how I am now.
Take that. Oh, TikTokers putting blush? I don't even need that.
Yeah.
I just go outside in 2-degree weather.
Oh,
Take that.
It's natural. I just walked outside like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Boom, beach.
Yeah.
So, out of 10, what do you think?
Oh my gosh. Out of 10, I mean, I had fun. It was brutal. Mm-hmm. It was silly.
That was very silly.
I would give it a 7.
Okay.
I would give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was disgusting kills.
Yeah.
And silly dialogue. And it was in Wisconsin, which doesn't give or take away points.
It's just there.
It's just there.
It's just there. Yeah.
It's
so
noted.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a 10 out of 10 because it's in Wisconsin.
Okay.
But overall, I think I would give it a 6.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was goofy. It had kills that literally made me verbally say things to the TV.
Yes.
And verbally be like, oh, like I literally was just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm like, they're really going for it, which is awesome. I love when those movies
have like
you
good
don't
kills.
And you don't expect it to. I was like, I had no idea what to expect with this movie.
No.
I just saw the cover art and I'm like, that looks insane.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It was cornball USA.
Exactly.
Until it came time to the kills.
Exactly. And then it was
hardcore.
We're going to do this.
I was like, oh shit.
I'm like, yeah.
I was not ready.
We were not. We were not ready. Same with that girl who got in the wood chipper.
No.
She wasn't ready.
She wasn't ready.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
I know. Poor girl. Poor girl.
Pour one out for Booby Girl.
Pour one out for Booby Girl. But thank you for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Of course. Before we get out of here, do you have anything you want to promote?
Yeah, I run a weekly show called Legroom Comedy at Third Wheel every Monday at 10 p.m.
It's amazing.
It's so much fun. Yeah, and we're going to be back on January 9th, and we're having Kelly Ryan as our headliner.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah. So that's it. That's what I got.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And on socials, how can they find you?
On socials, you can find me at Fritz Comedy on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, I guess, if you're over 40.
If you want to do that.
Yeah, if you want to do it.
I mean, I do.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah, you like all of my posts. It's super weird. I'm just kidding.
I share them too.
Yeah, you share them with your mom. And I'm like, who is this?
Amazing. Well, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You're a delight and so much of a delight. Just so much. So much.
Just such a wonderful time.
Such a wonderful time. Just like a wonderful time.
Honestly.
With our lovely sponsor, FYE. Thank you to FYE. And go check them out in store or at FYE.com. Amanda, thank you again. You're amazing.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And guys, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.